Alright everybody, welcome to today's video, and I'd like to apologize for there being no video yesterday. I actually shot this video and discovered that YouTube, when I upload this, does not allow videos over 10 minutes. So it took me 3 hours to upload the video just for them to tell me it was 1 minute too long, and by that point it was the end of the day and I couldn't get back in to get it done. So we're a day behind it this week, so I'm going to go ahead and shoot a video on Friday as well. I would like to welcome all the new members and remind everybody that what we're doing here is we're creating a health resource, also like a personal development type resource. So if you have any questions about anything specific, any conditions or any concerns or any issues that you're trying to handle, you can go up into the search bar right up here and type in the subject matter. For example, if you type in swine flu vaccine, it'll pull up any videos that we've done on the vaccine, or if you type in sciatica, it'll pull up any videos we've done on that. So just a good resource for you to get some information. If you check out your resource or your questions and they're not answered fully, or you have any ideas for new postings, please leave me a comment on here and I'll be glad to get in there and put up some more videos. So anyway, so we're going to start our goal setting workshop. Now, goal setting is critical. It's very, very important, and it's the time of year where we actually start setting out our New Year's resolutions. So I want to take you through the workshop that I do at the end of each year. And it's a pretty long process, and the reason for that is because you're designing your life, so you don't want to make it just you sit down and write out what you want to do for the next year, and then take about 20 minutes to do it, and then you forget about it. And to see if your system works for you, think about the resolutions you made last year. Did you accomplish any of them? Do you even remember what they were? Were they specific? Were you laid out as to why you wanted to do them and what was important about it? And did you accomplish it? That's the ultimate result here, is did you get the result that you were looking for? And most of the time the answer is no. Most people don't even set goals. Most people don't even know what they're aiming for. So we're going to do some work together over the next few days and try to make those resolutions come true and try to make 2010 the best year ever. Okay? So today's workshop is to kind of help us establish, number one, what our motivating factor is, and number two, where we are in our lives. Okay? Motivating factor. Most people are either motivated by one of two things. Number one, you start to get results about something. For example, if you're losing weight and you go on a diet and you lose that first 5 pounds, well, that gets you excited, and now you see the reality of the fact that you are moving towards a goal, so you focus even more on your diet and your exercise, and you lose more weight, and it just gets this ball rolling. So in other words, it's a moving towards motivation. You're moving towards your objective. The other motivating factor for a lot of people is the avoidance of pain. For example, you smoke cigarettes, drink alcohol, and eat like crap, and one day you have a heart attack, and it scares the living tar out of you. Well, it's not that you necessarily are motivated to move towards health, it's that you want to move away from the possibility of dying. So the pain. Or let's say you're not making enough money to pay your bills and you're about to get kicked out of your house. So you get motivated enough to start up that home business or do whatever it is that you need to do to make that extra money. In other words, you're avoiding pain. So two different motivating factors. One, moving towards a goal, or what we call the carrot. Number two, moving away from pain, or what we call the stick. And people have different motivating factors, the carrot or the stick, in different areas of their life. So this first exercise is to help us establish what our motivating factor is and establish what we need to do. Okay, so here's what you need to do. Get a piece of paper and a pen, and you're going to write a form that looks something similar to this. And on the top of it, you want to put down 5 years ago, and then you want to put the year 2005. And what you're going to do is, in these 10 areas of your life, you're going to rate them. Okay, so the 10 areas are physical, mental, emotional, attractiveness, how you felt physically in your attractiveness, your relationships with your kids, your spouse, your friends, relatives, your living environment, your home, socially, how are you with your friends and your relationships, maybe outside of your immediate family. Career-wise, are you doing what you want to do and when you want to do it, and are you progressing in your career the way you want to? Spiritually, are you spending time studying yourself spiritually? And financially. So again, physically, mentally, emotionally, attractiveness, relationship, living environment, socially, career, spirituality, and financially. Okay, so these are the 10 areas in your life that you're going to rate. And what you're going to do is in this area, you're going to put a score. And on a scale of 0 to 10, you're going to rate yourself as to where you were 5 years ago. So, for example, physically, let's say you give yourself a 3 because you were overweight and you had a lot of pain and you weren't eating well, you weren't exercising, things like that. You want to go through and do that for every one of these 10 categories. And then over here, you want to give yourself 1 to 2 sentences that describes what was going on at that point in your life. So, for example, your living conditions. Let's say that you were living in something that you consider substandard. So you would, rate yourself at a 1. Or let's say you were homeless. Let's just make it like that. Let's say you were homeless. So you rate yourself at a 0. Put a note here: homeless, living under the bridge, living out of a sleeping bag, whatever. Okay, so that's how you're going to rate yourself from 5 years ago. Now, after you do that, for all of these, then what you're going to do is you're going to make a new one of these forms with the exact same 10 categories, and you're going to do it, instead of 5 years ago, you're going to do it for your current present situation. Again, all 10 categories, you rate where you are now, not 5 years ago, where you are now, in 1 sentence describing where you came to. Now, why are you doing that? Well, the reason for doing this is because you want to see either, are you progressing in a negative way? Are you moving away from your goals? Are you day by day getting worse and worse and just not realizing it? If you are, then your motivating factor for that is going to be the stick. You're going to want to get away from that pain. Or are you not noticing how much you're improving? Maybe, you were homeless 5 years ago. Now you're living in a, 3-bedroom, 2,000 square foot house, and you want to live in a mansion, but you really haven't realized how far you've come. And maybe that'll motivate you to move even further because you realize, hey, look what I've done so far. So that's the purpose of this at this point. After you're done doing your current list, then what I want you to do is just write yourself a brief paragraph about what you noticed about the changes that you made in your life, okay? Whether it's good or bad. Then you're going to go and make one final form of this, and it's going to say 5 years in the future, 2010. And you're going to rate where you want to be for all 10 categories, and you're going to write a brief sentence describing what you want for those 10 categories. For example, I want to live in a $300,000, or a $3 million mansion in your living condition, or whatever it is that you want to do. So this is going to be our first step, and then tomorrow we'll go into the next step. Okay? Leave any comments or questions that you have about this, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye-bye.